on Long Island. We are on an island. There's only so much land, so it's definitely appreciating. I bought my house for $192,000, and I really thought we overpaid. By 2001, the price had gone to $450,000.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest is a real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties in New York who finds true purpose in helping clients through some of the most exciting, challenging, and meaningful transitions of their lives. Please welcome Jeanine Entenmann. Jeanine, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
It's always great to have New Yorkers and East Coast people here on the show because I'm from Northern New Jersey and I'm here in Dallas now. I don't know how it happened. Well, I say that, but it's a long story and it's amazing how things work out. But how did you get into the real estate space?
It's wild. I was always in some kind of sales and I did mortgage processing. And then I was talking to my brother who's an accountant and he had said, why don't you sell real estate? Like, how did we not think of this for you? And then I just got into it and I hit the ground running like right away. I just found a lot of success with it. So it's been great. And I truly love working with people. So I love my job. Like I know so few people can say that, but I really do. I absolutely love my job. And people make fun of me when I door knock and stuff, where they're like, oh, of course you like door knocking. You love talking to people.
That's great to see. I think we need way more people who are that enthusiastic and passionate about the business. Actually, that's why I love real estate. Probably similar to you because you like being around people. I like being around people and you get energized from that and you get to help people through something that everybody needs. Like everybody needs a roof over their head and it's getting harder and harder to make it happen, right? I mean, we were talking about the average price of the homes out there, close to $800,000 or more. And your career before or your work before becoming a realtor, where you were in the mortgage space, right?
Yes, I was a mortgage processor before 2008. So
That's
then the crash happened and then
all sides. You know, one of the interesting things about being able to see all sides is you can really help point people in the right direction. Even though right now you're not on the lending side, you've seen all sides. What are some of the typical or the commonplace misnomers or misconceptions that people think about when they start maybe looking at some of their first properties, specifically out there in the New York area?
I mean, everybody's heard date the rate, buy the house, date the rate, and that is so true. When I first bought my first house in 1997, I was so excited that the rate wasn't 8%. It was 7.89 or something, and I was super excited about it. And less than 2 years later, it went down to 5, and then not long after that, even lower. So obviously I refinanced. So it's really important that buying real estate's a long game, right? Like this is not a short sale. It's not going to be a 1 year, 2 year process. So as long as you can cover, the monthly payment, whatever that looks like, it will get better. That monthly payment, if it's a fixed rate, will get better because the rates go up and down, and when they lower, you can.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Use your equity and refinance. So you got to kind of keep that in mind.
I was talking to an investor on this show, actually in Yosemite National Park, right? Amazing area to be an agent, right? And he was talking about how folks are looking at investments, and oftentimes it's not going to necessarily cash flow every month, although in some months it may. And I think to your point about dating the rate, right? If you can find a way where you love the neighborhood that you're living in, you love the home that you're living in, and especially in New York, right, that it's going to appreciate with time. Basically, it's a lock. As long as you can swing that rate, you're okay, right?
Yes. And especially on Long Island, we are on an island. There's only so much land, so it's definitely appreciating. It's so valuable because we're out of land. We're on an island. This is as much land as we got. So
I tell people this, Jeanine, and it's funny because now that I'm out here in Texas, it doesn't feel like this at all. But growing up, I grew up 27 miles from Manhattan in a town called Caldwell, West Caldwell. It was basically a whole other world because we really never made it into the city, maybe once or twice a year. Well, currently I live 40 miles from Dallas and we still consider ourselves DFW Metro. And so I tell people this, there's like a competition between New Jersey and Pennsylvania and New York when you're out there, right? Like you never call a New Jerseyan a New Yorker, and a New Yorker would take offense if you call. But then I come out here to DFW, the Dallas Fort Worth Metro, and anytime I see anyone on the podcast from that area of the country, I think, oh, it's nice to see someone else out there. But I'm curious to get your perspective on that. With real estate prices being where they're at in that tri-state area, are you seeing more people looking at specific areas and saying, okay, well, this is where I work and this is where real estate is, and I don't know if I can afford to live here. Maybe I'll go to a different area. Or on the flip side, you know what it is? Pricier over here, but it's going to appreciate faster. Are these factors that are regularly coming into play when people are making a buying decision?
yeah, absolutely. I feel like more people are willing to go further out east, which is Suffolk County, and where we are on Long Island, and than they were a couple years ago. Even 5, 6 years ago, we were seeing people more wanted to stay closer to the city. Right? People are willing to do that extra longer commute to get a bigger property, to get more value, to get more land and stuff. So we're definitely seeing that trend, and obviously, new home buyers are looking further out east to start their journeys on this real estate journeys because it's so expensive in Nassau County. The closer you get to the city, the more expensive it's going to get.
Do you have, uh, I guess no one has a crystal ball, right? But if you look back at the last couple of years where real estate prices were and where they are now, is it like a 50% increase in how many years? When were the homes in that area like 600 or $400,000, and how long did it take to get to 800,000?
No, so I really remember this because I was kind of in it. I remember, like, again, when I bought my first house in 1997. I was 25, and I bought my house for $192,000, and I really thought we overpaid. I 100% thought, I don't know, we're not getting this back. This is a bad investment. And um, by 2001, the price had gone to $450,000.
Yeah,
And then
not
I sold in um 2013 for $500,000. So it's just gone up and up and up.
probably over a million or close to.
Yes. Yeah, so it's like my current house because I sold that and I bought another house. My current house is like $1 million house that I bought for 600,000 in 2014.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So yeah, it's just going up and up. And of course, interest rate, we are very in this area, we're very um feeling the interest rate, right? So as interest rates rise, it kind of softens the market, but it hasn't softened it a lot. So I think if we get another big drop, we're going to get a big jump in the price of houses again.
I want to pivot a bit here, Jeanine, and ask you about, that concept of, well, can I swing the payment? Am I going to get my money back, so to speak? I mean, I see it, and I'm in Texas. It's basically a sure thing that if you can afford the property for 5 years and you're in any of the major metros, Dallas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, you're gonna at least have equity and sell for a little bit more than, potentially a lot more than what you bought it for. And so for folks who are out there who are looking at, man, I don't know, I got to be able to if I need to move, or what if something happens. I have this sentiment that, like, you're in the biggest, if not the biggest metro in the country. And if you can get a home, and then as long as you can make that payment for, 3 to 5 years, the home is going to increase in value. What's your sentiment on that? What's your thoughts on
I
that?
feel exactly the same way. To me, real estate is the surest investment you'll ever make. Truly, especially on Long Island. We are in a beautiful island. We have beautiful beaches. We're 40 to 50 minutes away from the city and all that entails, and so close to New Jersey. So we got 3 airports, 4 airports, something like that. It's the place to be, and it's always going to be the place to be. So people are always going to want to live here, and and that's all you need. You just need the buyers, right? You just need people to want to buy your house one day. So I think, yeah, I think it's a lock. Real estate will always be a great investment here in New York for sure.
I want to pivot a bit here and ask you about the investment side. As a former wholesaler before I became a realtor, and now as a realtor, I love talking with investors. I know not all realtors do. I learned this when I was going through real estate school a couple months ago. Sometimes people talk about working with distressed properties and investors, and it's a headache, but I love that side of the business. I speak with a lot of people on the East Coast, anywhere from Massachusetts down to, the Carolinas, and people really talk about how things can be a little bit trickier because of the price point. And so maybe people are looking at investing Midwest or South, Texas, and so on and so forth. But on the flip side, you do have properties that appreciate so heavily, and you also have rents that are so high and so strong, that I do think there's an opportunity for investment there, as long as people are potentially able to weather the storm if there needs to be an eviction or something along these lines. Do you have any experience working with investors, and do you know of anybody who works a lot with investors? And are there great investment opportunities out there in Long Island for folks who are maybe looking for rentals?
Yeah, so I love working with investors. It's just a different mindset, right? So when you're dealing with a first time home buyer, it's all about the passion. It's all about how much they love what they're doing. Investors, it's all about the business. It's all about the numbers, whether this is going to make sense for them. Going into this higher interest rate market that we're in, and I don't know when that's going to change. It is great idea in New York to buy a rental property because, like we said before, there are a certain amount of people that cannot afford this interest rate, cannot afford a house at this price with this interest rate. They're going to need a place to live too. So rentals, I think, are going to be very in need on Long Island. So if you're an investor, I think if you buy a good rental property, that now's the time to do that. It's a very good time to pivot into that, and then maybe later on think about flipping it, you know, down the
Yeah,
road.
that that's that's such I would say a key point to make here, because a lot of times people will look at it and say, well, how much is it cash flowing versus other areas? And if it's going to be splitting hairs, or maybe I'm even taking a slight loss in the cash flow, it's not worth it for me. But these properties, again, appreciate so heavily, and it's really like not the same markets as other areas of the country, because you're looking at a price point of $800,000.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And up. And you talked about that home that you bought for, $500,000-$600,000, and it could be over $1 million today, and that wasn't even, more than 15 years ago, right? And so
Right.
when you're looking at the homes that are priced $800,000 and it's 2025 now, by 2030, who even knows where they'll be? So if you factor in, however much you're paying in maintenance, and however much you may have to pay for vacancies or issues with tenants and so on and so forth, it still seems like it's a whole lot of money to be made for investors on the table.
Oh, absolutely. It's like I said, you got to be smart about it, and you got to know what you're doing as far as being a good landlord and really vetting your tenants, obviously, because it is a little more challenging to evict people in our state.
It
So
is
you got to be very smart about who you put in there. Yeah, for sure.
one of the interesting things on that note is that I've spoke with actually an attorney in Seattle who helped me understand this process a little bit better, and of course it's different on the coast, right? But to break it down, he was saying, well, the price for the rentals is so high because landlords are aware that if they have to do an eviction, it could take a very long period of time. And so that's kind of factored into the higher rent. So when people are looking at investing in those areas, a lot of times the price for the rents are so high because of taking that into play. But I do want to pivot here and ask you about the short-term rental space. So you mentioned you're on Long Island, right? A place where so many people like to go to, and there's beaches and so many opportunities for people to really have a leisurely time. Are short-term rentals a thing out there? Do the people have Airbnbs?
Oh, all day long, especially in the Hamptons, in Montauk, in those beach areas. Yeah, we have a lot of Airbnbs and wonderful short-term rentals. Matatuck. I mean, Long Island has some of the most beautiful beaches, just stunning and quaint little towns and everything. So yeah, I can't say enough about how much a great place it is for summer vacation.
I think a lot of people are going to listen to this and say, oh, wow, I never thought about Long Island. I've been going to wherever place I've been going to,
Yes,
Virginia or Florida. I really got to, and plus too, you can hit two birds with one stone, right? You can be in Long Island, and then you can go into New York City. And so you can kind of have the best of both worlds. And
right.
I
You can see a show, go to a concert, all that good stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're in the biggest city. I mean, I think a lot of folks when they hear this may be surprised at that. Hopefully, we can start to see more people look at maybe investing in Long Island from out of the area and get some more people in there. That would drive the prices up, right? But
Yes.
it's gonna
It'll be
happen.
good. I'm not mad about it.
It's gonna happen inevitably. Jeanine, we are coming up on time here. Where can folks go if maybe they're looking at homes in the area, or if they'd like to reach out to you?
So I'm at Signature Premier Properties. I have a YouTube channel and an Instagram, Jeanine_realty. Um, yeah, definitely give me a call or email me at Jeanine@homesli.org.
Jeanine, thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. It was so great. I appreciate it so much.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.